So I finally decided to start a YouTube channel. So my first video today is how to put on false eyelashes. I get a lot of questions if I put them on every day. I do. It does take a lot of time, but once you get the hang of cutting them and measuring them to your eye. First, I'm going to start off, I already put my eyeliner on, and then I'm going to start off by putting mascara on, just my eyelashes. So now while that dries, what I'm going to do is take my favorite pair of lashes and cut and measure them to my eye. So I have the Cocoa lashes that are the Queen Bees. There are a couple different ones you can use, whatever one is your favorite. I also like the Ardell 162 and the House of Lashes Bambi ones. But today I'm going to use the Queen Bee ones. So here are the lashes. So you want to start off by pulling them off with a pair of tweezers on the outer corner. You don't want to do the inner corner, they're kind of tapered, so you don't want to mess with that edge at all. So I'm just going to kind of pull them off, maybe rip them a little. So a lot of people say that they can't wear lashes because they bug their eyes, or like in the inner corner it pokes it or anything. So the problem with that is you're not cutting them short enough. So this is a pretty long eyelash. So if I were to just put that on, I mean, it's gonna be ridiculous. So you want to cut them to your eye. So I usually start off by cutting little bits at a time. Maybe if you can see that. Now I already know that that's still going to be too long, but maybe just bring it back up to your eye and see if it works. Way too long. So I'm going to keep cutting away at them. I'm just using this little pair of scissors that I got in like an eyelash starter kit from Meyer. So I'm going to try them again and see how they look. So for me, this is still too long. I can already feel that if I were to glue this on, that it's gonna poke my eye. So I'm gonna cut it just a little bit more. So just kind of measure it. So for me, since I'm not wearing any eyeshadow today, I think that this would be the perfect length. So I'm just gonna do the same thing with the other eye. That one's still a little bit too long. You can kind of see that it's kind of hanging off. So I'm just going to clip it just a little bit more. You always want to trim off little by little and not too much, because once you trim off too much, you're just going to waste a pair of eyelashes.
Looks just right. So we can see what they're gonna look like on. So just like that. So
now that my mascara has dried, I'm going to start by gluing the lashes on. Now, you never want to use the glue that comes with the lashes because that's horrible. They're gonna fall off. They're not gonna work. What I use is the House of Lashes glue. You could also use Duo. That one doesn't really work for me anymore. I don't know if my tube went bad or what, but it just started, the corner started popping off and it was just a nightmare. So this one comes with like a little wand. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the glue and put it on the band of the lash. Got a little bit on there. You don't want to put too much, but you don't want to put too little. So once I have the glue on there, this one you don't really have to wait for it to get tacky, but I like to put it on and then kind of mess with them, kind of stretch them, make them a little bit rounder for your eye. So then once I do that, I'm going to take them and I'm going to have a pair of tweezers in my hand. And what I usually do is use one of the mirrors that magnifies your face a little so that you can kind of see the details. So I just kind of place it, and then I'm going to take the tweezers and kind of place it in the correct spot for my eye. And then once I have it in the correct spot, I'm just going to take my fingers, or you can do the tweezers. These ones are kind of too long to clamp it with the tweezers, but kind of just press them together with your real lashes and press it up against your eye lid. And make sure you pay attention to the corners. Sometimes you want to take the mirror and kind of look above it and make sure they're on correctly. And then what I also like to do is, if I have my phone, after I put them on, just kind of take a picture and see to make sure I'm not missing any corners or there's no clumps of glue. So just kind of keep So the inner corner for me is what usually sticks to the lid, so I usually have to take it off. And reapply it. So you can see it's on, it's rounded, and there's not any missing spots. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. I already cut and trimmed this lash, so I'm just going to do the same thing again with the glue. First couple times you'll do it, and even now I do it every day. I still have to sit and mess with it, replace it. And the first couple times you do it, you probably have to take them off, reapply them, fix your eyeliner. It happens. Definitely not something you're gonna get right on the first try, because they're a little bit difficult, especially when you can't see like the angle from above. Sometimes you'll put them on and be like, oh, the corners are popping off. And then that one is applied, the glue is almost dry. And then another thing you want to make sure you do too, so that they don't look so fake. I mean, they were going to because they're so long. But you want to take another eyeliner or an eyeshadow and kind of go over the lash band a little bit to make it blend with your eye. So I'm going to grab my Tarte gel liner and fix that. And I actually have a brow brush I'm going to use because it's a little bit more precise. So kind of just pull the lashes down a little and just fill in where you can see a little bit of the white glue. Now you can use dark or black glue. For me, I usually end up making a mess, or once you're putting the eyelash on, sometimes it'll slip up, and the glue has ruined like my whole eyeshadow before, so I don't really use it anymore. It does look a lot better, but I just don't prefer the black. So now my lashes are on. Now, I did put on my eyeliner, but what I didn't do yet is tight line my eyes. So I don't know if you can tell on camera, but if you don't line the upper waterline, there's gonna sometimes be a gap, especially depending on your eye size. So what I do is take a ColourPop gel liner, kind of just lift up and put eyeliner right in there. So there's no gaps. It's gonna tickle a little. It kind of blends a little bit better. I'm just gonna do it to my waterline also. So there are my lashes. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And once you cut your lashes, you can use them as many times as you want before. Maybe sometimes mine, they get too goopy, or I accidentally glue some of the lashes together after so many times of use. But I really like these lashes. They're about $6.99, which is kind of a lot, but I can wear them. I've worn them like 5, maybe 10 times, some of them. So it just depends on what you're comfortable with. And once you take them off, if you peel the glue off, it'll help them last longer too. But yeah, so this is my first tutorial video. If you have anything else that you'd like to see me explain to you guys, leave a comment below.